So we welcome Dr. Wong back to the webcam, and also would like to encourage everyone to share their webcam and also unmute. And we pass it back over to Dr. Liu and Dr. Wong.
Okay, Dr. Liu, it's your turn. Have you heard me?
Yes, I heard you. I want to invite you to start your reflection sharing or something you want to report it or share.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, I have to, I got some problem. Okay. Okay, honestly, I did not always online because I find it's difficult to connect it. Difficult. Okay. I have not much to say, just a few remarks. First, due to the special period of time, we had this historically new cross-country conference, online conference, right? And this conference has been wonderful, and I think it's successful. But if technology is is better, it's better will be okay. Thanks everybody. Thanks the organizer, coordinator, speakers, participants, and the technological staff. And secondly, China AODN network, the AODN, is pleased to have been the partner of AODN and have involved and supported this conference. The AODN committed to spread, assimilate OD in China and to promote OD application and indigenize OD in China. Next year, AODN will have a lot of activities, includes workshops, forums, action studies, and also we are trying to have some kind of postgraduate studies, learnings for mid-career professionals. We are now looking for a university to have some kind of master program in OD in China mainland. We talked from Roosevelt, right? William Roosevelt for Penn State, but I think, and also Assumption University, right, in Tainan. We talked not already with Dr. Ninu. We think this is possible in China. We try to push this. And also China OD network is thinking to host AODN conference together with AODN annual conference in 2022. It's 2 years later. Just talked with Dr. Ninu. We are trying to do this. I believe sometimes we do need online, right? Finally, this is good conference. As I mentioned in the opening ceremony, AODN also needs annual conference. Now, for AODN members, this conference could be considered as also ours annual conference, right? Okay, I just say this. Thank you all. Back to Dr. Liu.
Okay, thank you, Professor Wang. I just want to recap what you just mentioned. This is AODN and CODN Collective Annual Conference, and
Yes.
together we have over 200 people
Yes.
registered to participate. But because of the jet lag, because of um, English speaking program,
Yes.
so in average, we probably only have 80 people to participate from time to time. But
Mm.
we are not looking for numbers of participants. We are looking for the uh, the participant quality of participant and how participant take away from this conference. So I would like to ask whoever
Mm.
are here to share some of your highlights or suggestion or comments. I would like to start with Roland, but Roland, um, you only have 2 minutes, and then and then Professor Phyllis, and then Miss Ma Chao Fan, and then followed by I saw Ming. Ming, did you just attend? And then Mandy and Professor Fuji. Even I say in sequence, but if you want to start it, and just go ahead. All right, but I will start with Roland and then followed by Professor Phyllis.
Okay, here's what I have to say. This has been a fantastic conference. I want to make sure that you stick around for Disco Daryl coming up, who's going to play music, and we're going to celebrate and have a dance. And I want to thank Lou Lee. I want to thank Mr. Wang. Uh,
Mm.
I really appreciate Mandy being here. She's one of the most significant CEOs. I call it Burma.
Mm.
Thank her for being here, and I just my life is about over, and so this is my legacy: to leave the Asian OD network alive and the China OD network booming. And Amen, Hallelujah, Muhammad, how?
Mm.
Next.
Professor Phyllis, the floor is yours.
Thank you. As I said that the opening ceremony, that this is one of the perhaps one of the best conferences I have ever attended. Apparently, the concert, the concert, the conference, the success is a concerted effort. And first of all, we want to thank Dr. Li Lu's leadership in making this conference possible. We also want to thank many of our senior leaders, including Dr. Mr. Roland Sullivan. And we're also very pleased to have the collaboration of our counterpart, the CODN in China. And also many of our board of directors, members of board of directors of AODN are here today, or actually in the last 3 days. And last but not the least, our volunteers. We have so many good PhD candidates, volunteers. Without them, I don't think the conference would be able to go smoothly. And finally, the technology, as I said in the opening, that technology is a miracle. And I pray since the first day that everything will go smoothly. And we're very fortunate to have Sunny and her team working with us. Their technical support is superb. this is the first AODN online conference, and we can accomplish in such a way. We should be so proud of ourselves. We should, applaud everyone. And again, I just want to let you know that I am extremely privileged and pleased to become part of the team. And even though I am not your advisor or your instructors in your PhD program, just anytime I am of your service, anytime if I can be of any help to any one of you, just feel free to email me, call me, and so forth. And thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Ovan, you are the next.
Mute myself. Yeah. First of all, thank you for the committee who host and organize such a great event. I'm with Professor Wang, that representing China OD Network. It is our first time cooperating with Asia OD Network, and it's also our first time to run an online webinar. We have run online programs, online open lectures in China this year, but not as a couple days the webinar. So this is our first time as well. So it's our great pleasure that we cooperate together. And I highly appreciate the dedication, the leadership that Professor Lu put into the efforts to make this happen. And also all my gratitudes to the volunteer team. There's a lot of hard work, long hours, and request a quick turnaround. And sometimes I feel that we are a little bit demanding with the volunteer group, request quick turnaround because of the communication and promotion requirement with the CODN members. But I think the working committee are very dedicated and provide great support. So highly appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. And looking forward, again, I also highly appreciate Roland and Phyllis, and also Professor Lu, because I know it's your late night time. In fact, it's your early morning now, I guess. Given the time zone difference, I mean, it's amazing that you guys can still stay awake and making the speech, and it's what I envy you, because I just couldn't do that myself. If I were you, I just couldn't turn around myself 12 hours in opposite. But you guys all made it. So highly appreciate that your strong support from so far away, and make it such a valuable learning experience for CODN members and also for our OD communities in Asia. Looking forward, I'm sure we have a lot of learning from this first experiment, and a couple thoughts for looking forward for future continuous success and also continuous cooperation. Probably we can think about who are the target audience. This time it's a little bit mixed. We have students, we have professionals, we have mid-level professionals, we also have senior level professionals. So I also received mixed feedback from the CODM members. There are mid-level managers, HR managers highly appreciate the program, but there are also senior HR directors feedback that, oh, this looks a little bit simple to them. So I guess we can't do a one-size-fits-all solution. I mean, it's more the targeted audience. So maybe next time we can be running one program for mid-level HR professional and the other one program maybe for senior level. So therefore we can make sure the agenda design it's more relevant to the targeted professionals. So that would be one suggestion. The other suggestion, I don't know how to solve it, but it is a challenge that for CODN members who come from China to be able to listen and speak fluently English in international conference like this. So we need to figure out the language, manage the language barrier, or provide the support to Chinese participants if in the future we continue to cooperate. I don't have the solution yet, but with all the technology emerging, I am confident that there must be a way out, and we can always test and try new tools out for this. And last but not the least, and I would suggest the working committee to do a post-event review about the learning from this experience, and I'm more than happy to join as well, to be part of you, and also to do the reflection of the learning not just from the OD content, but also the learning in terms of how we organize it at the event. There's a lot things to do. I'm running the CODN conference last year on the ground. It was tough, and this year it is online, and I believe it's even tougher because there's a lot of technology uncertainties out there. So, but I'm sure there's a lot that we can learn from the experience, not just from an OD professional, but also from a personal leader or an organization leader, that we can organize future events. So I'm happy to join that review meeting if as appropriate. So in summary, thank you very much for everyone, and thank you for a great partnership between CODN and AODN, and looking forward to our continuous cooperation and continuous learning together. Thank you.
Okay, so I just want to say this, that we have the technology now. It's not free yet, but you'll be able to speak in Chinese, and if the person is from the United States, it comes out in English, or it comes out in Indonesian, or it comes out in the Philippine language. We have the technology now. It's going to be all free in 2 years.
Automatically translator, right? Okay, that's the Chinese companies. 科大讯飞, right? That's a company invented this technology, right? You mentioned that technology could help everybody, all cultures, language, right? Right?
Well, there'll be no language issue in 2 years.
Yes.
Just get ready
right.
for that.
Yes.
You'll be able to speak in Chinese, and it will translate to whoever is listening in their country.
Yes.
Okay, who's next, Lee?
Yeah. Oh, we could use that technology next time, next conference.
Next person, Dr. Fuji.
Yeah, I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Lee, who has encouraged and invite my students as well as participants from Indonesia. And that indeed it is a blessing in disguise, actually, since the conference is conducted virtually, so that all the students could participate. And in fact, yesterday, one of my students, he presented the paper, and afterwards he was very excited. He texted me so many times, and he said that he never expected that he got the chance internationally to share the paper, as well as get connected with the other PhD candidates. So yeah, I guess that it's a very useful and beneficial, and also very excited experience for our MMOD students. And I personally also learned a lot from the experts for these 3 days, and I do hope that next year we will be able to meet face to face in the next AODN conference. Thank you so much.
Nandi or Min?
Min, please. Min. Long lost friend. Oh, it's yours, Min.
Thank you for the.
Which country you are now?
I'm Min from Cambodia.
Oh, Cambodia. Okay.
Thank you for the arrangement of the conference. I learned a lot from the conference, and I hope I can able to attend the conference face to face, and also in China in 2022. Actually, I missed the opening ceremony because of time. I thought it start on Saturday. So why I review again, I see on Friday, so I come back in afternoon. I listen to Dr. Phyllis and also Al, one of my classmates, to present on the OD, and I hope I can attend again. Thank you.
Lindy?
Yes, thank you. I'm honored and privileged to be part of AODN, to participate the first ever virtual conference of AODN as well. And I'd like to thank everybody to make this conference possible, especially Dr. Lee, Phyllis, and Roland, and the technical team and the volunteers, and our counterpart CODM people. You know that I'm having a hard time. You know, now I'm in hospital waiting for my mother over there, but you know, I tried my best to be able to attend this webinar and this conference, as I love to be part of AODN. And then thank you, I learned a lot. And then also, you know, I saw many varieties, you know, varieties at the topic and everything. So it's like, you know, for about the Roland, and also Roland, Phyllis, and Dr. Lee, you give me a lot of strength to go on, because sometimes I, you know, so tough and I like to give up everything, but you know, with you guys, you know, give me a lot of strength. So thank you. And I love to see all my long lost friends, Min, Fuji, and you know, so I love, you know, I love being here. And then thank you everybody. Although, you know, I missed a chance to present my case, which was already prepared, you know, unfortunately it exactly coincide with the operation time of my mom. So, but Roland told me that mother is first, you know, family is first. So thank you very much for the understanding. So, you know, thank you and wish you all the best, and hope to meet our counterpart CODM people and AODM Board of members in future. I mean, in pretty soon. Thank you all.
Okay, good. I will call two
Thank
other
you,
names.
Nandy. Thank you, Nandy. All the best wishes to your mom's recovery.
Yes, thank you so much. Fortunately, the surgery went well, and then that's why I can smile. You know, that's it.
Okay,
You know,
that's
although
good.
she,
Thank you. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Cao Fan. I will call two other names. Then the rest of you can volunteer. You take turns, one after the other. I will call Milad first. He is from Iran. And then after Milad will be Prasanna. You're from India, right?
Yes, Dr. Lee. I'm from India.
Okay, so we will start with the Milad first.
It's on mute.
Okay. First of all, I should say thank you. I'm really proud to be here among the professors and professionals, practitioners of OD. I think it was a great opportunity for me to be between you. I learned a lot, and I wish we have the more opportunity to you know, for us, for the students, to learn from you, from the professors, and spend more time with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Greetings from
As
India.
I said, it wasn't too much an opportunity for students before to spend time with full professors, with the practitioners, with the OD specialists, and I really don't know. You know, thanks for thanks from Dr. Lilu, thanks from all of you, and thanks from the technology to give this opportunity to me and to all the students. And I wish we will have the more opportunity like this in future. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Greetings from India. Good morning, good evening, and very, very early good morning to those of you who are on the other side of the planet. It is a privilege and it's an honor to be part of this group. I'm actually very grateful for getting this opportunity to attend the conference. During the pandemic, there has been it is just our own efforts at self-renewal, and one of the OD competencies being a lifelong learner. It's an important thing to update ourselves, and having a conference is, I believe, one of the best ways to improve our understanding and be in touch with what is going around in the world. I am a student. I was a student of organization development in Tata Institute of Social Sciences. I passed out a couple of years ago, and that has been one of the biggest achievements in my life, because it has changed my perspective to look from an HR focus point to a more broader. It has opened my mind and opened my life. And so I did not want to miss this opportunity when the AODN conference came along. And I thank Dr. Lee. I thank every person who has contributed to shaping my learning. I also want to thank Sunny for giving me an opportunity to volunteer as well. Where I was managing one of the tracks, I got to learn a lot from the other PhD students who were presenting as well. It is fantastic that for me, this is also a cross-cultural, interaction opportunity to understand what's going on beyond my borders. And I think the icing on the cake was the last session to talk about climate change, something that I'm really passionate about. And I think that takes OD to the systemic level of the entire planet. And I think that this entire conference has been very well designed with the themes, with the topics. I thank the organizing team for doing so. And lastly, I want to thank everyone who has been part of making this learning journey for me more engaging and more fruitful. Thank you. Namaste.
Jimin, you are back.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Very happy to be back. Yeah, at your service.
Who's next? Or Jimin, you want to say something? You already say a lot, but this is the end of the conference. So each of us wants to say something to share.
Yeah, very happy to. Thank you. Very briefly, I just want to express, first of all, my gratitude to you, Dr. Liu, to Sunny, to Sir Roland, and to all of you who are participating. This is absolutely wonderful. And secondly, I want to encourage and invite you all to join the conversations that we're having about all this, about food, about SRM, about the big picture, the philosophy, the strategy. We need all hands on deck to figure this out together. So I invite you all to join. Please see theconversation.cc, and I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you again.
Okay, who wants to be the next?
Since nobody.
Amber, think you're ready to say something.
Well, can you hear me clearly? Yes. Well, I really appreciate this chance to attend the conference. So I'd love to first express my gratitude to Professor Li Du and to give us all of our students this opportunity. And also, I'm one of the volunteers. So on behalf of all the volunteers, I also express my gratitude to the whole committee. You know, we have been working together really hard. So we've been here for all those 3 days, and we have learned a lot of things, not only from the experts, but also from this experience of being a volunteer. So in fact, this is the first time for myself to be a volunteer. So I am just a translator and a contact point concerning technical problems. But anyway, I'm happy that I have contributed a little bit to this conference. Okay, thank you all. Thank you.
Aisha.
Okay, could you hear me clearly? Actually, I'm now working in my office. First, I also want to say thank you to all of you, especially the distinguished guests, I mean the speakers. I have learned so much from your sharing of the lectures. And I also want to thank the organizing committee for providing us with such a good opportunity to learn from each other. I also want to thank the trust of Dr. Lilu, Dr. Phyllis, and other speakers, because I'm the volunteer. I'm one of the volunteers, and with your help, I have finished a lot of coordination work or translation work. However, due to some time limit or other emergencies, there may be some work we need to. There may be some improvements we need to make in the future. So we will try our best to be better and better in the future meetings. And I also want to thank all of your understanding. Thank you so much. I want to thank the volunteering team too. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. Zhang Ping.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Lilu, for this opportunity. I can say something about my reflection at the conference. So first of all, also, I want to express my gratitude to everybody who have made a great contribution for this conference. And also, I'd like to share a little bit about my reflection. So I did learn quite a lot at this conference. And also, this is the second time for me to attend an international conference. The first one also from a recommendation from Dr. Li Lu.